Hey, Pepper.
Listen, no preliminaries or anything. I have got to tell y'all what happened to me today.
It was so funny.
It was not funny, not even a little bit. So,
Oh my goodness.
we had coffee rolls this morning and Conecuh sausage. If you know, you know. And coffee. And I dare either one of y'all to tell my doctor I cheated today. So,
Oh man.
I was drinking coffee out of this mug, this nice Animal Kingdom mug. And some kind of way, I lifted it up and sipped. But I did it kind of fast and coffee splashed in my eye.
I wish you could have seen the look on her face.
I have never been so outdone in my life. I have never had coffee splash in my eye before, and my eye still hurt.
It's not funny that the coffee splashed in her eye. It was funny because she said, I just had a first. I had coffee splash in my eye for the first time. And I looked at her and I said, for the first time.
You know, I didn't know that this happened to people on a regular basis. Coffee splashed in my eye, and I'm sorry, I am outdone.
That was so funny. Well, I was like, this has happened to me multiple times.
So y'all out here splashing coffee in your eyes.
Maybe I'm weird. You know, maybe it has happened to me more times and it has not happened to you that many times. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. And it's funny that she was like, you know, she did it kind of fast, and I do everything slow. So,
Well, I'm fast.
yeah, so for me to splash coffee in my face, yeah.
Well, anyway, I want to tell you about another first. So, a few years ago, I broke the first thing on my body that I've ever broken. You know, no leg, arm, any of that. And it was my baby toe.
I'm gonna put a picture up on the screen because of course I took a picture of it. I took a picture of everything. If you've been injured around me, more than likely I've taken a picture of it.
And it's a disgrace. It's a real disgrace.
I can't help it.
So how I broke my toe, I was trying to stretch my leg. So I had the bright idea to put my foot on my dresser. And when I lifted my foot up like that, it hit the dresser. And I thought I was going to come unglued. That crap hurt so bad. Oh my gosh. But I will say Jay took very good care of me and my toe. Even to the point that she made me a toe sweater. I bet none of you ever had a toe sweater.
It was so cute though. It's a little toe sweater. It's a little toe sweater.
Something wrong with you.
I mean, like, I think that was the first time I realized that people don't, like, really get medical attention for broken toes. Because, you know, I'm up in arms. I'm like, oh, we got to go to the hospital. And it was like, they're not going to do anything.
Yeah, so, you know, what was the point?
You know, I was like, well, we got to make a splint. We got to do something. I'm like, get the first aid kit, you know. I love first aid kits.
First aid kit.
So I'm like, yes, you know, I'm ready. Let's doctor on it. Let's do this. I'm ready. But it's just crazy to me, like, we won't do nothing for a broken toe.
Yeah, but get a toe sweater.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's even funnier too is that, you know, I don't even know how many years later after that, when I went to the doctor and got x-rays of my feet, come to find out that I had broken a few toes and didn't realize.
So how do you break toes and not realize?
Well, if you don't know, I kick everything. So, like, literally.
Yes.
So, I mean, like, okay, so I was in dance. I danced for 10 years. So, you know, I'm just kind of, I got rough feet in general. But otherwise, I kick everything. I kick walls. I kick doors. I don't know. It's just like my feet just jet out and kick it all the time. When I was younger, I, you know, had a lot of, like, broken nails, like, to the point that my nails were bleeding all the time. So I was telling my mom, I was like, there were times that I'm sure that my toe was broken, but I mean, why would I know? I mean, my toe just hurt a lot. I mean, but I hit them all the time.
All the time.
I mean,
and
I don't know.
She used to get her feet tied up with my sister's feet all the time.
Oh my gosh.
I just knew she was going to eventually have my sister sprawled out on the floor somewhere.
All the time. All the time. And now, like, man, like, I'm quick to tell you, my feet and your feet are best friends. Like, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, my feet are definitely gonna come over to touch your feet.
Yeah, she likes to put her feet on people.
Oh yeah.
And I don't like it.
That's my way of showing love. Like, what do you mean?
You need to show me love in a different way.
No. My feet and your feet are best friends.
Anyway.
No. Like, don't become friends with me if you don't like feet. My feet and your feet are best friends. Feet belong with feet.
Well, your best friend is gonna run away.
No.
So,
well,
anyway.
Speaking of feet, one of my first involved my feet.
Of course it involved your feet.
My first real life, I'll say real life encounter with a snake, in the wild encounter with a snake. I was working for SCA, which is Student Conservation Association, in the woods, and I was working, I think I was working in the bogs. And so basically we were working like with these pitcher plants, and we literally were just there to collect seeds. That's all we were supposed to be doing. And so I'm going through, so it's just very little quiet, you know, just nothing serious. And I roll up on this snake. Snake rolls up on me. I scared him, he scared me.
I would have panicked.
I mean, it was just like a boop boop. He scared me. He just like appeared out of nowhere. But it was like a little green garden snake. So I jumped back, he jumped back, and then next thing you know, he lunges at me and runs away. Like, just slithers off. I'm like, okay. All right.
So listen, Fat Fam. We're not moving around as much as we used to. And honestly, one of the things that we have avoided the entire time that we've been filming, and that is getting very personal. And you know, that's really what people are looking for, and that's the very thing that we didn't give. Yeah. So we've decided to be just a little bit more personal, tell you some stories, let you know a little bit more about us. And honestly, we're doing this really for ourselves. Yeah. It's kind of therapeutic. For me personally, I've always been very shy about being in front of people. And, you know, I'm fat. Big surprise. So I've kind of always tried to hide. Then I got to the place where I'm just like over it. I mean, you like me, you don't, you don't. Yeah. Okay? So this is therapeutic for me to just have an opportunity to just talk and not worry about just being fat. Okay? So.
And then too, like, the editing and stuff is stressful, and you know, the issues with going between the devices and being able to have the storage and this not working and that working, and just the amount of editing, is this gonna work, is that gonna work, blah blah blah, and just it just being so overwhelming, and just like being able to just sit down and do like a vlog style or just something more simplistic is much easier to do editing wise, because I do all the editing. And
you know why she does all of the editing? Because she's a control freak.
I can't help it.
An absolute control freak. So
I cannot help it.
Yeah, so the majority of what has to happen for us to do any type of recording, she handles, because oh my gosh.
I can't help myself. I mean, you know how like you want something to be just like a certain way, or you know, it's like it's gotta be like this, or it's gotta be like this, or no, it's gotta have the same style, or it needs to be like this, you know, just I don't know. I can't help myself.
And the thing about it is, we're not professional in any way. We're just, you know, two fat people with a camera. So we appreciate, you know, those of you who have, you know, checked out our videos, you know,
for these last 5 years.
Something like that.
Jesus.
You know, we've been very inconsistent, you know. Because like I said, we just normal, everyday people.
Yeah.
We, you know.
We've had jobs and...
Yeah, and we don't do this for a living.
Yeah.
You
we have wanted to do this for a living, but it has not worked out that way.
And that's simple because we're not very consistent, and we've shied away from just being our natural selves. You know,
that's not simply. That's just one of the reasons.
Well, just one of the reasons. Then
the main reason is because we have had to have freaking regular jobs.
Of course,
and because we're not. Because if we were in a perfect world, we could not have a job. We could do this full time and actually make money making videos like other creators. Yeah. Boom. But we can't do that.
No. So we just do it for fun.
Yeah.
And so that led me to have my little blanket, so don't come for my blanket. You know, I'm cold all the time, so you know, whenever we do this, from you know, you may see me with the blanket.
Her natural habitat.
Yeah. So do us a big favor and hit the subscribe button. It's free.
And the like button, please.
Please.
And drop us a comment. In this video, on another video, something. Tell us your opinion, what you want to see, what you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
Something.
Anyway, we thank you so very much for tuning in. And until next time.
Don't forget, stay fabulous.
Bye.